All right, good morning. It's time for coffee and football. This is Drive Time Football, 1982 playoff round one, game two. John Turnbull brings his New England Patriots down to Miami, sunny Miami, and they will try to do the impossible today and knock off the number two seed. New England, again, at 1-4-1, one of the lowest scoring teams in this little round robin. Denver, by tiebreakers, finished last at number 8 seed. They lost to Washington yesterday. So Miami, Jeff's team, this team, what can you say? This team ended up in real life making it to the Super Bowl. They have a sound offense here with a red zone in key areas, meaning this is an efficient offense, and they're generally effective at moving the ball. Their defense, though, is one of the best. Only Washington has a slightly better scoring defense, but they're both stingy as heck. However, Miami can be had on that number 5, and then they do, in the heart of their defense, give up some touchdowns. So New England has a chance, folks. I don't want to insinuate that the John Turnbull and his Patriots won't find a way. They do have a red zone on 6 on offense. Unfortunately, they also have one on 7 on defense. They were 5-4 with a pretty pedestrian offense and a okay defense, better than some of the teams here in the set. But the big thing for them is that interception return touchdown. So if Miami puts the ball in the hands of of New England, there's a chance they're going to take it back to the house. Miami gets the ball first. They have a punt return but no kick return. New England has no kick or punt return. So Miami will get the kickoff, bring it out, and they go to work on their first drive. Remember, this is a pretty they're going to be facing that defense, and New England is going to force a punt on the game's opening drive, and John Turnbull now is going to have to go to work figuring out how to get the most out of this New England offense. No punt return for them. New England with the ball back, about the 30-yard line. He's going to go to work. I would assume running Collins and Van Egan and Grogan. Grogan can run. Oh, but the Miami defense has something to say about it. But not before New England drives down and goes for it on 4th down. Turnover on downs. We saw this last game with 3 or 4 TODs between the two teams. So New England drives down, and they're on the very edge of Smith's range, and they decide on 4th and inches they're going to try their luck because losers go home. Miami with a big stop on defense. They snap the ball. It's going to be defense again. So defenses right now are controlling the ebb and flow here in the first quarter. That makes sense. Oh, and they're going to let them into the red zone. And it's going to be 8. 8 is going to be a missed field goal. So Von Schaman, who was not a very good kicker, in 82, he was not a good kicker, misses a field goal. John Turnbull with a smile and a hey, that's what happens when you rely on a bad kicker, right? And goes to work, calling Grogan's number, Collins' number, Van Egan's number. Jeff sits quietly trying to figure out that offense, and sure enough, he's going to win the defensive battle here, and they're going to force another punt. This time, Miami can take advantage of that on a 2 and a 3. I don't have the kick returner on here. Holy cow! I can't. Oh, Nathan. I think it was Nathan. Or McNeil. Might have been McNeil. I can't remember. Anyway, on a 2 or a 3. They will bring, interesting. So I put a kick returner down for a team that doesn't have one. Forgot to put down Miami. I've never noticed that before. I'm playing all this time. I just haven't paid attention because they haven't returned one. Here we go. 2 or 3. Oh, touchdown Miami. Roll snake eyes, baby. You have got to be kidding me. What a way. Turnbull rolls his eyes. Can't believe that his team is going to go out thanks to us. But because, the reality is it may take them all day to score 7 over here. Miami gets a cheap punt return TD, punt return touchdown, extra point is good. PAT. Oh, my God. Does Miami does Miami get their extra drive? They do. So Miami will stay on the field for their next drive. Turnbull can't believe it. And it's going to be defense again. So both these defenses are prepared today. 10 is a punt. And they don't have a punt return. New England, will they get their final drive? They don't. Oh, on top of that, Miami on that final moment eats up the clock and punts it away. And New England 0, Miami 7, first quarter. That was masterful. Masterful. Jeff got the punt return, and then on his final drive, ate up what was left of the clock and played really good defense, leaving New England with no time left in the first. And that is a masterful bit of coaching there. All right, here we go. Miami gets the ball to start the second. And it's going to be, finally, Miami begins to crack the code. Unfortunately, it's going to be a punt for Miami to start the second. No punt return over here. New England with the ball around their 40. Just gets their drive going. Oh, and they get their offense clicking. So they both have needed a quarter to figure out each other's play calling tendencies. 8 is a punt. And Miami, luckily, cannot return another one. I can't believe I rolled snake eyes. Here we go. Miami back to work after a punt. And they're on offense again. They broke the code. There it is. They're going to get drive into the red zone. And Miami looking over his options. He's got Woodley, Franklin, Nathan. And he's going to drop back. And it's going to be a touchdown run. He's going to hand it off to Andra Franklin. Jeff loved big Andra Franklin. Bring him on the bench for those tough yards. Franklin with a run TD. And that may be all they need to win this game. PAT's good. New England. John Turnbull now. He's going to have to start risking the biscuit. Defense. 5 is going to be red zone, though. Oh, Miami. Jeff allows Collins to get a breakaway run or something. Let's see what happens. It's going to be 9. Field goal, though. Shoot. Smith with a field goal. All right. Does Miami get their last drive? They do. Of the half. They go to work, but John Turnbull's going to be Johnny on the spot with the defense. 4 is a punt. Beautiful. So Miami will have to punt. Will New England get their last drive? They will. Oh, barely. They do. Can they score? Come on, John. Defense. 5. Red zone. Miami's going to give up a back-to-back drive. So somehow working Collins, Crogans, Van Egan, some simple passes here and there. And Stanley Morgan, 5. Nope. Touchdown run. Can you believe it? New England is going to score before the half. That's got to be Collins. Collins on a run TD extra point. And there it is. We get, oh, and a Turnbull. I'm sure with a flip of the card when he sees that 48, throws his hands in the air as they're going to fail to execute the PAT. I can see it. Status Pro. A young John Turnbull would have come over to the house to join us. We had all said, okay, what team do you want? Oh, man, I'm New England. We had all laughed and said, really, New England? Let's take a look at that team. We would have went through and said, oh, Collins ain't too bad. Oh, Grogan. Jeff would have looked at Grogan's card and said, ooh, would have soured his face. And then we would have seen some of those defensive guys. We said, oh, okay, I see. All right, well, good luck with that team there. John and Stanley Morgan would have looked pretty badass. And he would have laughed and he said, listen, I guarantee you, I bet you $1 million in 3 years we're going to be in the Super Bowl, baby. We would have laughed. We would have had a laugh. We'd say, man, just eat your pizza and just eat your Pop-Tart and drink your Pepsi, yeah. That was the kind of shit that we were doing at the table at my house in the basement. Yeah. He would have fit right in, I'm sure. All right, New England gets the ball to start the second. They've come off a touchdown drive, punching it in. Miami gave up back-to-back defensive red zones. Literally, I rolled defense in 5 twice. They gave up a field goal. So Miami's defense starting to get a little sloppy as Jeff's not calling the right keys on Collins, isn't calling the right quick pass place to stop that quick pass from Grogan. And they march down the field, eat up clock, and they now are in this ball game. However, folks, Franklin scored an actual 7 points, and New England scored 9 because they missed the extra point. It is 14-9. Miami leads. This is a better game than I thought. Holy cow. New England putting on a better show than did the Broncos last week. All right, New England with no kick return. They get the ball out to the 20, and they start their drive. Here it goes. Defense 11. It's going to be a turnover on down. So, again, New England did this in the first quarter. They drive down to no man's land, and on 4th and 1 or something, he decides to call Grogan on a naked boot. And A.J. Dewey chases him down and knocks him out of bounds shy of the first down. And the Miami fans here go bananas. Jeff pumps his fist. Miami goes to work. Defense. So again, John Turnbull is winning the coaching battle. And 4, though, his team could let him down. Picked off! Oh, that's huge. Because they can score on a 4, baby. Woodley drops back. Jeff decides on a 3rd and long to stretch the field to Rose. And it's intercepted by the one and only Mike Haynes, who will join the Raiders in real life next year in '83, and he will win a Super Bowl with the Raiders. Can Mike Haynes even up the extracurricular scoring? Miami got a punt return in this game. Can Mike Haynes on a 4 take this back to the house? No. Oh. Now remember, you get to roll that interception every time there's an interception, though. But New England on a short fills goes to work. And let's see if they cannot hit that 6. It's going to be offense 8. They're going to be punting the ball away. That's too bad. Punt. Miami gets it back, holding on to a 5-point lead. And offense 10 for them is a punt. Oh, man, it's getting hairy, folks. New England, do they get their 3rd quarter drive? They do. New England goes to work. They need every possession they can get to find a way to win this game. Defense 5. Miami gives up another drive. Look at this. So Jeff, what this tells me is Jeff is actually on him. So every time he calls a run, Jeff's got the right D. Every time he calls a pass, Jeff's got the right D. Every time he drops back long, he blitzes. So this tells me Jeff's calling the right plays. But maybe the Cards betray him, or he set him up. He used Jeff's own tendencies and set him up. So you can see, he's like, okay, he likes to call that play when I'm in 3rd and 8. Bam, gets him with a counter call. And it's going to be a chance for New England to score again. 7. 7 is touchdown pass. Grogan beats the blitz. Grogan TD pass. 2, and this is going to be the man, Stanley Morgan. Now, can they avoid missing that extra point? They do. It's good. P-A-T. Oh, my God. And Jeff is mad. He thinks the Cards betrayed him. Do they get their extra drive? They do. Barely. Here we go. What can the Dolphins do after the touchback? Offense, 10. They're going to end up punting the ball. Jeff has no choice on 3rd and 11 with this average, I would say not average, but this not so explosive offense has to punt. Folks, Woodley throws a pick. Wow. New England 7, Miami 0 in the 3rd. Guess what, folks? 5 and 4. A 1-4-1 New England has mustered 16 points. Miami only 14, and technically Miami needed a punt return to be in this situation. The 4th quarter is going to be huge. I'm telling you, right now New England's score would rival Washington last week. Washington beat Denver 16-10. New England's already on that pace. Unbelievable. New England gets the ball to start the 4th. Can New England upset the tournament and the number 7 beat the number 2? Jeff is getting nervous. Oh, but he's calling a great defense. 3, fumble. There it is. Grogan, pow. Fumbles the ball away on a strip sack fumble by A.J. Dewey. Grogan, fumble, trying to run the ball on a scramble, gets the ball ripped loose, and you know A.J. Dewey is going to be the man of the hour. Miami does not have a fumble return, so lucky for John, there can't be any extracurricular scoring here. Miami goes to work, though, you know, on a short field about the 40-yard line. Offense, 9, punt. Miami forced a punt. Jeff now starting to pull his hair out as his team is down by, he can win it with a Von Schaman field goal, which was missed, by the way. Oh, man, the narrative. Von Schaman, who stinks, missed. He's down by 2. Can you believe it? He may have to rely on Von Schaman to win this game. New England's final drive of the game. And let me grab the die, drop the offense-defense die. And it is offense 5. No! Guess what? If that had come up defense, Miami would have given up. I cannot believe I would have hit that 5 on Miami 4 times. Anyway, as it is, it's a punt. Jeez, if that had come up defense, Miami would have relinquished yet another red zone score. All right, Miami is wrestling with this New England offense. Knows their back is to the wall. They're down by 2 in the 4th. They force a punt. Jeff now looking over that defense, that nasty 34 defense over there. Miami, he's thinking, what is he going to do? He's going to have to go to work with Tony Nathan. It's going to be defense, though. Good call. Pow! Nathan fumbles the ball away. Oh, my God. Here I called Nathan's number. Jeff says, I want to start off with a couple of nice little runs, and he gets popped, and the ball comes loose. This is it. Does New England get its final drive? They don't. Oh, my God. 11. They will not. Does Miami get its final drive? They might. Oh, my God. This is it. 2, 3, and 4. Miami runs out of time, and New England will have upset number 2. 2, 3, and 4. No, Miami's going to get their extra drive, folks. Uh-oh. This is it. Back against the wall. 2-minute drive. Jeff was very good at clock management. We were kids. Jeff was on his game with clock management in these ticking games. He knew exactly how to utilize the tickers to stop the clock. We were all kind of just learning that stuff. But see, Jeff was a huge Don Shula fan. And so Jeff knew clock management from being a big Don Shula fan. So this final 2 minutes, 10-second drive here, he needs at least a field goal to win. I cannot believe it. Here we go, folks. This is it. The drive of the tournament so far. Miami. He's got Woodley, Franklin, Nathan. He's got Rose at tight end, Harrison Hardy at the other tight end. Holy cow. The problem is he's got Von Shaman to do his kicking. On defense, we've got Sims, Nelson, and Haynes. We had many others as well. Nelson was a stud. I don't know if Tippett was here yet. I don't think Andre Tippett was here. He might have been. I bet Tippett was here. Here we go. What are the Dolphins going to do in the final drive of the game? They need 3 to win. It's going to be offense. So Jeff's winning the coaching calls. It's going to be 7. Folks, that's red zone. Remember, they have this very efficient row of numbers here that makes this team efficient, but you got to call all the right plays. And he's got John Turnbull backed up against the wall. Can they win it? On an 8, Von Shaman misses a field goal. So if I roll an 8, New England's going to upset number 2. Oh, 10. Touchdown run. It's going to be Andre Franklin's second TD run. Whew. And I got to tell you, folks, I would have been a little bit concerned if I would have seen that upset 7. He's going to make the extra point. PAT. Grogan coughed it up as Andre Dewey popped him. Punt. Nathan coughs it up, giving New England hope. But Miami finds a way with masterful clock management by Jeff to hold onto the ball, drive down, and he risks it on a draw play, gambling that New England might blitz. And he squeezes in for a touchdown, and that's going to be it. Unbelievable. 16 for New England, 21 for Miami. That makes New England 1-5-1. Miami goes to 5-2. That was unbelievable. And there you go, John. I'm sorry, your New England team, although they were 5-4, they did not fare well in my little round robin. So some of that matters about who they played. Obviously, depending on who I randomly assigned them to play, they may have had some tough opponents. I can't remember their schedule right now, but there it is, man. Jeff is continuing to march on. If this comes down to this team, I can't believe, and I'm going to be honest with you, this defense is so good. The only way teams, when I roll defense, can score on Miami is a 5. I rolled this 3 times today for New England, or 4 times today for New England. Unbelievable. The odds, if I'm rolling defense for Miami, that should be a no-go, man. Miami should dominate. Unfortunately, the dice tried to betray the Dolphins. That was unbelievable. This is what I mean when I talk about there are fast play games, and then quick play games, fast play games, and then there are these automated replay games where you don't call anything, but I feel like I'm playing a game. I love the fact that it's accurate. It's got offense, defense, it's got all this extraneous stuff. But what's fun is I feel like I'm playing a game at the same time. So I can rely on its accuracy, but I can have the joy of actually witnessing a game, right? It's unbelievable. There you have it, folks. It is 9:25 today, this morning. New England gives us one hell of a entertaining game. They threatened to beat Miami up to the final drive. They stripped Nathan of the ball, but Miami somehow gets the ball back. Or actually, it could have been a fumble, but they recovered it. Miami continued the drive and ended up finishing with a Franklin. So technically, because this is abstract, you can't have teams get the ball back-to-back. But that Nathan fumble didn't have to mean they lost the ball. It could have put them in a situation they had to convert a 4th and 14 or something. We don't know. And then with clock management, managed to drive down the field, and he risked it on a like a 3rd and 8 from the 7-yard, third and goal from the 8-yard line, risk a draw play, and New England brought the blitz, and he squeaked through for a Andre Franklin touchdown, something like that. Jeff was really good at using the screen and the draw play, particularly the draw play. Very good at using the draw play in Status Pro. I despised the screens. I stayed away from it. I despised the draw. I didn't want to risk those big losses. I'd much rather just get you in the wrong D, because I had Marcus Allen, so I could run, and if at some point you got to stop Allen, and I'm going to throw it over your head. Just like the Raiders did, I'm going to go over your head, or I'm going to go short to Todd Christensen with that +5 receiving. So with Status Pro, man, I would make you deal with my running game, and then I would throw it over your head, just like the Raiders. All right, everybody. I'm telling you, man, I can't help but remember those wonderful days of us at 11, 12, 13, 14 years old playing Status Pro 82 to death. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.